I got a guy in the back, in the front, wherever he's at, he's gonna pop up miraculously, magically.
Who is this guy that you have?
His name is Rusty. He has a vehicle that they call the Rusty Bullet. Rusty, come on out.
Hey, Rusty! Hey! Welcome to the Vroom Vroom, brother.
What's up, guys?
Hey. Blessings, brother. Blessings. Hi, Rusty. How you doing?
That's a mighty fine beard you got there.
Oh, thanks.
How long you been growing it?
Only about 5 months.
That's so sad. I've been growing mine for like 3 years, and I think you've got me in length. Is that because of my African-American genes? Because it coils up, and yours is just kind of flowy?
Maybe.
You should try perming yours. You'll get it real nice and lengthy. Permit.
I just don't know about
Let
that.
Felicia permit for you.
Joke.
No, I'm serious. I know a lady named Felicia that will perm your beard.
She does beards for a living, or does she just do hair for a living?
She knows how to perm, and she does hair, so I'm pretty sure she could perm your beard for you, or put a hot comb through it.
Or it just might burn my face off.
No, she's real careful with it.
How you doing, man?
Well, just here, man. You know, glad to be here on the Vroom Vroom.
Are you really glad to be here?
I'm super glad to be here. I'm super duper glad to be here.
This is the first guest that we've had that's glad to be here.
He's excited.
Just like me. Pound it.
Boom. That's why you was beating on the table when he came out?
Yes, I was really excited.
What's going on, Russ? What brings you here? I see your shirt says Donk certified. That says
Donk game certified.
Donk game.
So you must have been in this for a long time. Officially certified, signed, sealed, delivered, stamped, and approved.
I've been doing the car thing for quite a while. You know,
So-
for my time.
Talk to me about your first car. Your first donk.
First donk, driving it. It's 72 is what they call the Rusty Bullet. 72.
Ooh, you said 72.
4-door post Chevrolet Caprice.
Ooh,
I've heard a few bad things about the 7.2.
72?
I've heard some things. People usually, I've heard, generally speaking, people do not love the 7.2.
Yeah, a lot of people don't like it because of the big forehead on it, but that's actually the best year that I like. Besides that, and then the 4-door post. That's always been, believe it or not, the car that I would like to get. You know what I'm saying? I like the Verts, I like the Sport Coupes, I like all the other years, but 72 is actually my favorite year.
You like what you like. There's nothing wrong with that.
There is nothing wrong with individuality.
I like big girls. I mean, the bigger the better. I like them meat. I love them. You ever go to Africa? The meatiest one has all the men chasing her.
And that's why, when I was single, we never had a problem fighting over girls. Because we did not have the same taste.
I take the big ones.
He takes them.
I take them every time. No hesitation.
And I take a nap.
That's neither here nor there. So, 72, what are you working with?
Working with, like I said, the Rusty Bullet.
Mm-hmm.
It's a small block LS motor.
What got you into donks?
I've always wanted a donk. The problem with the donk game is the price has actually gone up, and that's good for them because anything Chevy related that goes up in value, I'm all for it. I'm a GM dude, and then the price has always gone up on it. And then when I got a chance to actually come up on the 72 I got right now, I just started using that as a platform and doing everything that I do. I'm currently not a shop, but I'm backyard built, and that's what I've always
That's
been
dope.
based off of.
Backyard mechanic.
Yeah, I got
That's
my
really
personal
dope.
clientele,
Super
my
cool.
particular people and stuff like that. But yeah, that's what it is.
So what was your inspiration for your first donk? Like, what was it that like made you, at whatever age you were, made you say, yo, I want to start messing with donks?
Well, donks, I'm gonna tell you, I've been doing stuff with what's called the B-body platform, which is anything that's from 1971 to 1996, which was the last car that was made rear-wheel drive, full chassis, GM. And then those cars, I've always liked them, and like I told you, the value of them gone up. But I always messed with what is the bubble style, which is 91 and 96. And it's the same thing as a donk, weighs the same amount as a donk and stuff like that. More doors. They don't make them 2-door and they don't make them convertible. But it's a big car, and I've always been about making big cars move. It's easy to make a Mustang or a Camaro or an S10 or something, light, get down with a lot of power. But to make something that's, twice as heavy, get down that same amount of, it's just something to, it's cool to watch.
Do you think it's possible to make one of these heavy cars Papa Willie, 2 wheels go up?
Oh, they've been doing it now. I mean, they got Hollywood did it on the 6s. My car did it on the 15s. You know, Donkmaster all the time on the 8s.
North Hollywood popped the
wheelie
on 26s. On what, his G body or on the Donk?
No, on the Donk, on the Pocahontas car.
What?
Yeah, man.
Have I been missing out?
Yeah, man. That car did that. It was.
I mean, when it came back down, what happened?
It pops. You know, a little bunny hop.
Because when you go up, a car heavy as that, I'm pretty sure something's breaking when it comes back down.
Well, you gotta remember, a lot of these cars, depending on how they make them down, you know, go down the track, they stiffen up the suspension. So when you do that, when you transfer the weight, being so stiff, you pick up the front a lot quicker. If it was so bouncy, then it's not so easy to pick up the front end.
Wow. Yeah, I gotta tell him to do that for me. Can you do? You want to do that for me next time around?
We would love to see that. That would be so real.
I'll even put the little measuring tape and measure out how you come up.
You know, you mean like freeze framing and stuff like that?
Yeah, and then I'm gonna do the little measuring tape.
Well,
no, we'll freeze the car. I'll walk up, measure tape, and then tell you go.
Well,
I'm glad you have a plan for that because I have no idea how that's gonna happen.
But
we'll figure it out.
There's a pause button on both of these remotes. I'm pretty sure it's not that difficult.
Yeah, but how are you gonna measure it? You think you go back into the scene?
Tape.
Oh, you mean like on the monitor? You're gonna measure the monitor?
No, come on.
Maybe like a hopper.
Pay attention.
Maybe like a hopper.
He's gonna go. I'm gonna tell him freeze. He's gonna stay.
Wait. He's gonna freeze.
Yeah,
in the air.
Him in the car. I'm gonna measure it.
Let him do it.
Miami's can be a strange place sometimes.
Listen, I have a recurring drug problem, and it sometimes makes me
isn't a
say
sound
outrageous things. Anyhow,
let's talk about racing. You want to talk about racing?
I love
of
talking
course.
about
Ready to talk about racing?
When the last time you raced? Who'd you race? How did it happen? Who won? Did you lose? You win? You made some? Oh, I don't like that face.
The last time I raced what I like to call the lizard.
The lizard?
Rozay?
Lizard,
Rozay?
The lizard.
Yeah.
How'd that go?
It's not an iguana. It's a lizard.
How'd that go?
Get some water.
He's parched.
I feel like we're about to hear some bad news.
It was the second time I raced the lizard.
Mm-hmm. The lizard.
He slithered away?
And the motor just said, you know, basically, fuck you pay me. And
the motor said he ain't want none. The motor ain't want none.
And that's what happens, you know. From when the car originally came out, I had like a 7-month run of basically dogging the crap out of the car. Mm-hmm. And everybody will attest to the fact that it was burnout after burnout after burnout. I went to Darlington with the car. The car ran 4 times down the track over there. I took it to the Money on the Line race. I took it. There was another Palm Beach event that I took it to, and the whole time I had that car was wide open throttle, and it was like I said, backyard built, junkyard motor.
So do you plan on chasing this lizard again?
Oh, the lizard. There's two bad losses that I got, and the 2 bad losses are the lizard and Booze Doctor.
Yeah, I've heard of Booze Doctor. He's from up north, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he's from up north.
Yeah,
and he's got a box Chevy. It's not a donk.
It's a box.
It's a box.
Yeah, they race them out there.
The arguments are back and forth. It's 800 pounds, give or take. You know, 800 pounds is
800 more for the box, or 800 more for the donk.
The 800, the box Chevy weighs 800 pounds less.
Less, a little bit less, which means go a little bit faster.
Yeah, if you guys, you know, the whole equation is for every 100 pounds, it's a tenth of a second. So figure you got 1,000 pounds on me, you run a second faster than me.
Okay, I didn't go to Morehouse. I should be able to calculate this.
It's easy.
I got you.
But yeah, that's what it breaks down to, and that's why we need these categories and stuff like that to, you know, differentiate stuff, you know, in the donks, G bodies, or things that are lighter and stuff like that. So I'm not, you know, there's gonna be things that are gonna be faster, you know, like the cut the check car, you know, that's one fast car and stuff like that. But it's lighter, so you know when it comes down to, oh yeah, it's got music, it's got rims, it's got, you know, interior work, whatever it might be, that's cool and stuff like that. But in the end, it's still a box Chevy. It's gonna be give up that
question:
weight.
What made you take the race when you knew that you were outclassed? Maybe not outclassed isn't the right word because that sounds a little offensive. Let me say like when you knew that it was not an equal race.
Number one,
pride.
I don't back down from anything.
I like that.
The only thing that doesn't get me into something would be the cash, and that's the big breaking factor with a lot of these races nowadays, is that there's a buy-in in order to make a race happen. back in 95, 96, when I had a slow-ass Monte Carlo with a 305 high-output, 160 horsepower motor in it, we would race, and it would be a group of 20 guys show up at a place, and whatever it might be, we race each other, and at the end of the race, if somebody thought they were the badass out of them, the two fastest cars will race, $400 or $500, whatever it might be, and that's how it was. But now there's no sportsmanship, there's no camaraderie. Everything is just straight up a bet, a gamble, and it sucks because in the end, it really takes away from the sport,
the fun,
exactly,
the camaraderie, the heart of it.
Exactly. And I mean, it shouldn't have to be explained. Anybody that's, the problem is that I eat, sleep, and drink freaking cars. That's what I do. I mean, that's all I do. My girl will freaking tell you. I mean, it sucks to say it, but it is maybe 80 to 90% of my life. And it sucks. Back in high school, you always had that guy that was the car guy and stuff like that. 50 years old, you see the guy still doing the cars. Well, that's going to probably be me. You know what I'm saying?
What high school did you go to?
Hialeah High.
Got it.
What nationality are you? I'm assuming you're Cuban.
I'm Cuban because I'm loud as,
As loud as.
As loud as. And okay. I'm Puerto Rican, actually.
You're a half-breed.
I thought I saw a little Puerto Rican in you.
Yeah, born here, raised here, but that's where everything's derived.
The rest of your family in New York?
Believe it or not, my mom's family the majority of it is in New York.
I knew it.
So you're the culture expert?
No, but if somebody told me they were Haitian in New York, I'd like, the rest of your family in Miami.
That's real racist of you to say. I hope you know that.
It's not racist. It's just generalizing.
The rest of my family's in North Carolina.
No, it's not.
In Durham, North Carolina.
No, it's not. No, they're not.
Okay, he's not there no more. He's in Virginia now, but he was in Durham.
Hail from Miami.
He was never in Miami.
I highly doubt.
When he came on the little raft, he just bypassed all of that and went straight to over there.
I doubt it. He's a unique case.
He did. Nonetheless, anywho, hater. This guy was talking bad on my culture. You know what? You're African, so I don't know what you're talking about. Go scratch some booties. Go scratch some booties. Yeah. African booty scratcher.
You're just racist.
No, only on Tuesdays. Today is Tuesday.
Man, I'm sorry to subject you to this, Russ. It's not. This is not the way we usually conduct ourselves. Usually, I put like a zipper on his mouth so he can just have a whole tall glass of shut the.
I use a remote and I pause him, or I cut his camera off.
We're all drinking water here, by the
way. Oh, would you like some wine?
No. Last time I did cut his camera off. I was like, this guy, he's not even gonna know.
And last time I took the memory card out of his camera, and I gave him a 5-minute scare.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't like him very much.
So look, question. With those 2 losses, who do you want to beat? Who's on your, like he says, kill list? Who you gonna get at?
Who would you love to?
Who would you love to
get at? Kill list.
Who you want to mop up with?
Mop up with some fabuloso.
The
purple one.
Fabuloso. Listen, no, I've always got an inner thing because I have to do it. There's only one person I got to take down besides the 2 that I lost to, and that's going to be Donkmaster. And I'm sorry, Sage is, Summer took down Donkmaster and all this mission and whatever it might be, and I don't care. There's 3 shows coming up. The 21st.
There's August 4th.
11th, or is it the 8th or the 11th?
I know there's an August 4th.
Which is Fast and Flashy. There's Donkmaster show up in Darlington, which I'm going to go to. And then September 1st, which is an 8th mile track. I'm not a fan of 8th mile. I'm a quarter-mile runner. Yeah. That's what I like.
A lot of people don't like that.
But I'm supporting my dog, Black Flag Enterprise, which is the dude that makes the drag radials for the 26s, the 24s, and the 22-inch rims and stuff like that. He makes the slicks for it.
Okay.
And then I'm going to support him on the 1st, on September 1st, which is a pretty nice-ass track that's up there. And hopefully we're going to get a couple people come up there.
Yeah, great.
I'm
get a
gonna
good
be
turnout.
For sure there. Yeah, so
if you go, just send me the info and I'll be there.
That's for sure.
I'll come on my camera. I love your hat, by the way. I like the little.
It's very nice.
On it. That's nice.
You know what's crazy about this? I'm gonna tell you something. This was given to me by.
It's very stylish.
Yeah, this was given to me by a follower, and I'm not nobody big. I try to freaking intervene and interact with everybody, and this was given to me by Jaime, all right? He's Gladiator Z on Instagram.
Jaime?
But yeah, Jaime. He's a part of, they got something called Block Cartel. Which
same as Jamie.
He must be from Williamsburg in New York.
It's the same as Jamie.
And he made that. He made a shirt. And Yeah, he made it. He made a shirt and stuff like that.
FYA Motorsports.
FYA baby. And it really is cool, for the fact that that people actually take the time and do things like that. You know what I'm saying?
That's very thoughtful.
It is flattering, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
People might say, "Oh man, that shit look ugly." Whatever it is, I don't care. You know why? Because
It's actually pretty nice.
I'm gonna tell you, man.
Whoever says it's ugly lacks taste.
When somebody goes out of their way in order to do
originality.
something like that, and I don't know this guy from nothing. You know what I'm saying? And
From Can of Paint.
Yeah, Manny Donk Nation. He also came up with a shirt for me, and I don't got it with me right now, but he came up with a shirt for me and stuff like that. And I've had a lot of people send me little things and stuff like that, little snippets or whatever they might be, their company and stuff like that, which is cool, And I hope to branch out a little bit bigger than where I'm at right now.
I think it can happen. So let me ask, your name FYA, does it stand for something? Do people say fire? Like, is it like a Jamaican,
Oh no! Don't tell me you think it's fire.
I know it's not fire.
FYA.
But it could be if I was reading it and I didn't know who I would be like Fire Motorsports.
FYA stands for one thing. It's for your ass.
I like that. For your ass.
For your ass.
And as far as I know, I haven't been able to put before your auntie, for your Abraham. I don't know. You can make a lot of funny things out of it, but I don't know.
For your ass sounds perfect to me. Come and for that ass.
Yeah, for your ass. Motorsports, and that's how it's been.
As long as we keep it in a sports context.
Yeah.
No homo.
No homo. 5 seconds. Pause. 5 second pause. quickly. You're taking too long. Come on.
All right.
Yeah, got it.
But yeah.
So you always drive your car, right? When you go down the track,
always drive my car.
Yo, we are so right here with that. Let's talk about that. About racers driving their own cars, 'cause that's a huge topic. And I feel me and him had that conversation before I knew that you were a proponent of this. And we were talking like why don't people drive their own cars? It's I feel like that's a pretty authentic situation. You know what I'm saying? To be the driver of your own car when you get up and cheer and tap yourself on the shoulder and you feel like that sense of accomplishment. I feel like you should be the one driving your car. Now, that's no disrespect to people that don't drive their car, because that's just difference in theory, right? But what do you think about that? Like when somebody gets up and they talk about how they just beat Rusty, but they were like 10 feet away in the safe zone, making sure that nothing happened to them, like they didn't, they weren't in the danger zone, and then they come and gloat and they're like, yeah, we just whooped on Russ. How you feel about that?
I mean, you said it in a mouthful. I mean, it comes down to it. Like I said, I'm a racer. Yes, in the end, as a spectator, as anybody that's in the stands, you see two cars go to the end. It doesn't matter who raced the car. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The car who won at the end, the one who got at the end, that's the winner. But there's a difference in me being in that car, the owner of the other car being in his creation or whatever it might be. We go down to the track. I beat you. Or you beat me, but I beat you. We come down to the end. I stop in front of you. I get out the car and wasanga you, whatever it might be. But it's that sportsmanship. You know what I'm saying? It's that haha. But it's all about bragging rights. How am I gonna bragging rights somebody that's all the way back at the starting line and then he's standing up on a barrier, pounding his chest about, look at what I can do. You didn't do nothing. All you did was fund an idea that somebody else is managing right now, and that's the problem. And I think what's the problem is that we need to put like a large globe around how we idolize these people. And I'm not taking anything away from what they've done and how they created their car, but we need to set them apart from people who do race their car. You get what I'm saying? I mean, you got Bruce races his car, you got Donkmaster races his car, you got CC races his own car, you got MJ races his own car, you got Boost Doctor runs his own car. You got Ira runs his own car. See, these people race and run their own cars. You know what I'm saying? And it's about, if you're gonna build something, if you're gonna, like I said, if you're gonna walk it like you're talking, you got to be able to freaking get behind the wheel and say, this is what I got. You know what I'm saying? I mean, in the end, it's gonna come down to that. It's if you can't stand behind what you're speaking,
then what's the purpose of speaking? I like you, man.
Whole lot.
You're a cool guy.
I kind of equate it to like, say if there was a situation and there was a challenge of fisticuffs, right? And then, we're swapping and then, you know, you're talking to me about how you can beat me, and I'm saying how I can beat you, and then you're like, hold on, and you go get somebody else to fight with me. It's like, whoa, how'd this come? Like, there's no way that you're gonna win and then feel good about that, right?
It's a general idea. There's a lot of other type of analogies that I've heard, and you know, a little bit more blunt and stuff like that, you know. But it's like asking another dude to, you know, do something with your woman. You know?
Yes, that would be awful.
I mean, me personally,
with my woman.
I'm just saying. I mean, that's like, you know, tap you in and hey, you know,
tag team.
I don't need nobody to handle my business.
My woman's be healthy, so sometimes I need to tag somebody in.
Man.
So, if you had to categorize people that race themselves and people that don't race themselves, like what would those categories be?
It's I don't know. I don't know if there would be a category. I mean, it's going to happen regardless. People, you know, what I say is it's gonna get mulled over because, like, you know, people think that I have a hating mission towards people and stuff like that. But in the end, to me, it's all gonna come down to what people want to interpret. You know, what they're seeing, what they're watching, and stuff like that. And people really don't care. It's the racer that cares. And unless we get more people racing, then we're going to get more people who are going to give a crap about the fact of race your car, race your car, race your car. So you see more, but that's the problem. There's more. There's so many cars garaged. There's so many cars in shops. Fast donks, built donks around the country, and people swear that Florida's got only the fastest donks, and it can't be like that. You can't think you're the fastest, you know what I'm saying? There's people who got cars that just don't want to be, they don't want to be in the politics. They don't want to be, you know, they got real badass cars that just stay back watching, but they don't even go to these shows because there's so much hate, there's so much
silliness.
It's ridiculous. And I mean, people don't even communicate. There's nobody getting around with them. I mean, everybody's with their nose up their ass, and in the end, it shouldn't be like that. It should be able to come up to every donk rider and be able to ask them about their car and, you know, give them a fist bump and be whatever. Freaking
you like the communal aspects of
whatever
this.
it might be. Have freaking merchandise, but make it something bigger than what it is.
Absolutely.
Not make it about you. Hello, and thanks for watching The Vroom Vroom Show with Alex and Alex. This is Rusty, FYA Motorsports. Watch again for the next show. Tune in.